What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is Kephlos here, and today we are going to be continuing our Manchester United via Vitæ Æternæ career mode here on my channel. So as usual, if you guys are going to enjoy this episode, you know what to do. Leave a like on this video. If you enjoy this series, hit that big red sub button down below so that you're notified whenever I upload the next episode here. And at the same time, I'll also be grateful and appreciative of your support. So with that being said, let's jump right back in and let's get things started by continuing where we last left off in the previous episode on the back of a formidable, I think it was a 3-1 win, a 3-0 win, I should say, 3-0 win to Brighton, to Brighton at their home ground. I can't remember what is their stadium actually, but yeah, it was a 3-0 win to Brighton. I think it was at the American Express Stadium or something. But yeah, we're not gonna nitpick about the name of the stadium. But yeah, we were on the back of a 3-0 win. It's been great, and we're hoping to prolong an extended run of victories. I believe I had I wouldn't say a lengthy talk, but a fairly lengthy and a fairly passionate talk about certain tweaks that I've decided to make to the original plan of the 4-3-3 that at first I said that I wanted to start transitioning into. So we've made that changes, and it's yielded some good results. Like I said, a 3-0 win against Brighton. Understandably, it is against a weaker side, but the first test, I wouldn't say true test, but a fairly, still a test nonetheless that we can, examine some statistics and take away from it is against Newcastle here. I keep thinking of my side for some reason, but yeah, we're gonna be taking on Newcastle here, so we're gonna go ahead and try and see if this new 4-3-3 works out for us. So without further ado, we're just gonna take a look at we're just gonna submit team. I've actually already done team selection for you guys. I took the liberty of doing it ahead before time so that we save up on some minutes, but pretty much, yeah, this is the team that we've selected. The only change so far is Edinson Cavani into the reserves, Jadon Sancho back on the bench. Understandably, his sharpness isn't there, but his conditioning is at 95%, so hopefully at some point in time, we can probably bring Sancho up and then, have him substitute Greenwood or something if Greenwood isn't having that great of a game. So we'll see how it works out. It's also a very good, sub because, Jota can play as that striker as well. Just swap the role to advance forward and he is a backup striker. But at the same time, Jota is also a left winger. So it's a very, very good substitution, a very, very good signing too, Diogo Jota. So I'm not trying to, give myself too much praise, but it is what it is. But okay, we're not going to waste too much time. Let's head into this game real quick. 5 substitutes, it doesn't matter. It's going to omit first automatically. I've already selected the 5 I wanted. So Barella's still out for us. I'm not sure if you caught that here. Actually, my apologies. My face cam is blocking it out. I'm not even sure if you saw the Jota sub, but yeah, Barella is out of the team sheet for now because he's recovering. So we're just going to stick with this side. Let's take a look at our side for now. I'm going to go through the lineups with you. For Man United, it's going to be David De Gea in goal. Coman Longley going to play with Ruben Diaz on the left and right center half positions respectively. Renan Lodi going to partner Benjamin Pavard today as the white fullbacks because Aaron Wan-Bissaka is injured, which is why Gonzalo Montiel has had a crack on the bench again. So Florentino Luis as that holding midfielder, Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes ahead of him, Marcus Rashford, Erling Haaland and Mason Greenwood. The 3 musketeers of Man United are going to be the main outlets of attack. Hopefully, these 3 could possibly turn up. Marcus Rashford turned up in the previous episode for sure. Haaland had a, average game at best. I mean, sure, he had the assist against he backed the assist for Pogba, but he needs to up his game a bit, step up a bit. And Mason Greenwood, of course, who can forget the youngster, so he's gonna have to try to buckle up a bit. He hasn't had a solid start to the season. Hopefully that picks up for him here. So this is the Newcastle United lineup. Matthew Ryan gonna start in goal, the Australian. I believe this is Javier Montero, right? Javier Montero gonna play with Victor, I think. Valentin Antov in the middle of the defense for Newcastle United. Tyrone Mings is going to be Newcastle's left back here, interestingly. Nusaya Mazraoui. I couldn't remember his first name, but I remember his last name. So he's going to start at that right back position for them. Pizarro here going to be the central defensive midfielder. Matty Longstaff going to partner Aaron Moy in the middle of the park. ex-Man United player Jesse Lingard donning that number 7 for the Toons here. So for the Magpies here, I should say. JL7, that's a very, very interesting premise, the CR7. So we're just gonna have to see how that works out for them. Adam Hlozek here on the right hand side, the Pole, I believe is Polish, or is he Hungarian? I'm not really sure about his nationality, but yeah, Adam Hlozek here on the right hand side for the Magpies, and Alfredo Morelos gonna start as the striker. So they're going to be employing a cautious 4-3-3 as well. So we're going to be attacking here at our home ground. Let's hope that our 4-3-3 is going to be much better than theirs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the team aggressively that I expect nothing but a win from this match. Because first of all, this is a home game. And secondly, this is a weaker opponent. Granted, it's Newcastle. They are fairly decent. But, you know, in comparison with the top 6, they are definitely not there. So we are going to have to try to, you know, go all out and attack and take advantage of it. So I'm going to speed through this press conference here. Like I said, Benjamin Pavard is starting because Aaron Wan-Bissaka is out injured. So this is a very, very good chance for Pavard to, you know, step up a bit and hopefully prove himself. We have an early chance here. Pavard with a throw in, the Frenchman. Recovering the ball, backtracking a bit. He whips it out. Renan Lodi whips it in. Greenwood! 4th goal of the season, assisted by Bruno Fernandes. I think Renan Lodi sought out Fernandes. Fernandes tries the shot, but it probably must have came off the Portuguese and straight into the foot of the young Englishman. Oh, Bruno Fernandes actually got a nick of it. He tried the volley on the, you know, with his right side, but obviously he's not going to get anything out of that unless he has, you know, very, very accurate, finishing on that right foot. So I mean, he has very good he has good finishing as well. I think it's about 16 or something, or 15. Very good for a central attacking midfielder. But you know, obviously it's not you need to have a very, very clinical striker on the end of that, just to make sure that you try to knot one in from that angle as well. I mean, the ball's coming in from the left and you're trying to hit it with your right. Obviously it's not going to be that that easy. So Mason Greenwood, that's the goal off the little nick from Bruno Fernandes. Arguably it's a Renan Lodi assist in my opinion. But Newcastle here, Adam Hlozek, oh my god, what in the world was that? That was such a blunder from us. I think the defense is scrambling a bit. I can't really blame them. Let's see what happens here. Hlozek, you know, we didn't give him enough space, but yeah, we can't really blame anyone for that. Probably Diaz had to be a bit more aware than that, but I can understand he was marking the other Newcastle man as well. So, you know, it's not really anyone's fault. We're just gonna have to be, it was just a bit of unluckiness from us. I mean, we didn't give Hlozek enough space to work into the box. Basically, what happened was we kept the pressure on. We narrowed down the angle, so when he fired the first shot, David De Gea was able to save. When the second, you know, when he picked up the rebound, the loose ball, I feel one of our defenders, either Longley or Diaz, he should have cleared easily there. But, you know, we can't really blame De Gea for that. That was a very good save initially. We can just get another chance here. Haaland, I think he squanders it again. Greenwood with the cross this time. I think it was off his now, and we just can't seem to get Haaland to finish consistently. I mean, he does finish, and when he does, it's exquisite. The thing is, he's not doing it consistently. That is the issue right now. I'm not really sure why. I've tweaked most of the formation, tweaked most of the instructions as well. I have him to, you know, I have him to play slightly more upfield. I have him to shoot more often as well. But you know, we just can't get him to finish more consistently. Maybe I have to change that a bit more. Maybe have him, you know, shoot less often and just try it out and see what happens. But you know, it defies all logic essentially. But we're just gonna have to experiment a bit. This is not a one-time gig. You know, Rome wasn't built overnight, so we're gonna have to try to experiment essentially. But I'm gonna tell the team here that I'm far from pleased with what I just saw. Arguably we shouldn't have conceded that goal, but to be fair, it was I feel we did well, you know, with the initial positioning. It was the second rebound that wasn't too good. Well, let's see if we can get a lead here. Haaland whips it in. Mason Greenwood this time, the young Englishman again. He doubles up his goal tally here. Erling Haaland playing as a poacher, but for some reason drifting out so wide. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to double check his instructions on that. But Mason Greenwood here just gets in the right position, just to head home the ball. A very nice play from United here at home, you know, at Old Trafford. 2-1 so far against Newcastle. We're gonna have to try to push the team up forward. Just try to get a couple more goals. Maybe get, I don't know. You know, obviously I'm looking at the league table down here. we're probably not gonna, beat Liverpool on goal difference in this game, but every goal counts essentially. Lingard. Oh, he's had a very quiet afternoon so far, but he gives it away. That was onto the crossbar. Sorry, the side post. So unlucky. So unlucky. Pogba dispossessed twice. That is something you'd ever see here. Paul Pogba dispossessed. Well, he might have a chance to redeem himself. Ball still United. It's another... Oh, it's a goal kick to Newcastle. I think it must have came off one of our strikers. I think it was Haaland. I'm not really sure. A free kick. Greenwood to take it. Oh, Greenwood nearly with his hat-trick. I believe he tries the first time shot. It went out to one of our wing... one of the players waiting in the box, in the 18-yard box, and it just comes back to him. Tries the volley. Doesn't get anything behind it. It's unlucky for Greenwood. So we're just going to continue to demand more. Just try to push up the team. Rashford is having a kind of meh game. I think we're going to think about subbing him off at this point. 67 minutes played so far. I think that's fair. Let's bring on... You know what? I don't want to disrupt Greenwood on that left-hand side. So I'm gonna put Jota on the right first. So I don't want to bring on Sancho ideally as well, because 65% sharpness. He needs to work on that. But I don't want to take a risk at this point. 2-1 is still a very, very narrow lead. So hopefully we get a more comfortable lead, maybe 3-1 or if willing 4-1, and then we shift Jota up top if Haaland isn't performing, and then we bring on Jadon Sancho for Haaland. So essentially that could be a play we make, but we'll see how it goes first. Let's just try to push up a bit, try to continue to play. Hopefully we are able to get that third goal, that what do you call it, the elusive third goal, I should say. So we're gonna demand more whenever we can. Just try to encourage the team. But I'm seeing some very, very good stuff here. 28 shots to 2 for us. 7 of it on target as well. So we're kind of wasteful with it, but the goals are there. That's definite. Lodi, Haaland out wide again. Greenwood, gives it away to Pukki. Ruben Diaz scoops it up. I think it must have been blasted forward or something. 84 minutes played so far. Newcastle has made their subs. I think at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on, let's bring on Sancho for Haaland. Haaland isn't having that great of a game. So I'm going to swap Jota into that advanced forward role. So he's not going to play as a poacher. I want him to play as an advanced forward, more suited to his positioning as well. And he doesn't really have the ability for a poacher, I think. He needs to be, a poacher essentially needs to be in that box there, I think, able to just get on the end of goals. So, and besides, Jota is also kind of fast, kind of speedy. I think it's a waste of playing a winger as a poacher. So you know what? I'm just trying some things here. Let's see how it works out. Let's bring off Benjamin Pavard as well. Bring on Gonzalo Montiel just for the sake of it. See how it works out for the Argentinian. He hasn't really been playing much since he moved to Old Trafford, but understandably so. He's third in the pecking order right now. So this is a rare start for him against Newcastle. 4 minutes of added time so far. We could potentially hang on to this lead. In fact, I think we are going to hang on to this lead. A 2-1 win isn't bad at all. So I think I'm kind of happy with that. Ideally, I would have liked to have won by more, but I'm not going to complain with a victory. So that's a guaranteed 3 points essentially. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to tell the team that I'm going to tell the team, Mike Phelan is saying that it was a disappointing performance, but to be fair, a 2-1 win is a win. So I'm not going to be too harsh. I'm going to say, I think I'm going to tell them calmly that, I'm not impressed, but at the same time, I'm just glad that we won. So what I'm going to say is, that was a bit of a let off. We weren't good enough and have to step things up against better opposition. I think that's fair. So yeah, they look fired up and they seem motivated because they understand 2-1 against Newcastle isn't too great, but 3 points is still good. 3 points is still 3 points in the back. So ideally that is the gist of it, and pretty much we have won this second game under this new tactical shift, I guess you'd like to call it. But for the most part, we're not going to end the video here yet. We still have enough time. So I think what I would like to do is, if I take a look at the schedule real quick, We might have enough time to do one more. So the next game is against Aston Villa. It is a Carabao EFL Cup game. So what I'd like to do is I'm gonna instant result that and show you guys the result, and then we'll probably end it and we'll leave West Ham and Burnley for the next episode. So with that being said though, what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna advance ahead. So I'll see you guys in a second. Yeah, lads, so we are back and we're going to be taking on Aston Villa for this next match. It is in Old Trafford. It is in the Carabao EFL Cup, the third round of Carabao EFL Cup, I should say. So hopefully we have more better fortunes than Man United did in real life over the past day, going down 1-0 to West Ham courtesy of a Manuel Lanzini goal. Not really nice to it's not. I won't say it's not really nice, but it's not the best days. But it is what it is. We're just gonna have to move on from that. But anyway, we're gonna take a look at the Man United side that I've picked. So we've selected mostly our second team. Well, I won't say second team, more like our our substitutes essentially. So we have players like Arthur and Barella gonna get their start. It's kind of criminal that players like Arthur and Barella are on the bench and they're starting cup games. But I hopefully get a chance to play them more in the Premier League as well. I think possibly against maybe weaker opponents, or when one of the key players get injured. So yeah, they're gonna get their starts, but for now we're just gonna focus on the task at hand against Aston Villa. So these two are gonna start. Arthur in that advanced playmaker role, he's more suited to that. Barella, I've decided to assign him as a roaming playmaker. That is because originally I had him assigned as deep line playmaker, but we're not really taking advantage of most of his stats in that position. Go, as you can see, 15 dribbling, 16 anticipation, 16 first touch, 16 passing. So he had 16 work rate as well. That's good, but ideally Barella could be playing a more advanced role essentially. So I'm gonna have him start as a defensive midfielder, but he's gonna roam up the pitch further a bit, and that means Diaz and his new centre half pairing Maguire are gonna have to pick up the slack a bit. So I'm gonna be relying on these two to be rocks at the back, and Alex Telles going to get his start as well, replacing Renan Lodi, who's not injured, but I decided we need to start some of these substitute players. And yeah, at the same time as well, Aaron Bissaka is still out. He's undergoing fitness training, so I don't want to risk his injury yet. And Sancho, for some reason his match conditioning has gone down. I think he must have taken up a knock in injury or something, but I'm not getting an indicator there. I'm not really sure what's going on with him, but 72%, I'm not going to risk that. Some of the younger players as well, I'm not playing them just for the sole reason that we are taking on Aston Villa. I think they're a fairly good side as well, but I don't want to risk certain, I don't want to gamble essentially. That's what I'm trying to say. And at the same time, Dean Henderson going to start ahead of David De Gea. He's going to start in cup games in this particular season, so this is going to be his first debut as well, I believe. And Jota going to replace Marcus Rashford. Erling Haaland, Bruno Fernandes, Mason Greenwood, Ruben Diaz, and Benjamin Pavard are the only 5 players that are coming in from the previous lineup. So without further ado, we're going to instant resolve this without fear. Attacking mentality, everything set. Okay, let's go. And let's just hit yes over here. I think we should be winning this one relatively easily, I think. So I would say we get a 2-1 win. Yeah, well, 2-1's being a bit conservative. I think it's a 2-0 win at the very least, a 2-0 win, because we are playing home as well. So yeah, we have that West Ham fixture coming up after this one, so I'm probably going to leave that for the next episode. Let's just see how we do here. Whoa, 6-0. Amazing from the lads. Erling Haaland getting on the score sheet finally. Diego Jota as well. Mason Greenwood. Harry Maguire off his noggin, I think. Off his old slap. Harry Maguire. And of course Marcus Rashford coming off the bench as well. So yeah, it's a very good outing for us. We made a couple of subs as well. Nicolo Barella out. I think Paul Pogba must have came on or something. Yeah, Paul Pogba, Florentino Luis as well. So it's a very good It's a very good outing here at Old Trafford. 6-0 against Aston Villa. I just want to check what's happened to Aston Villa. I think they're still in the Premier League, right? Oh, they've actually went down to the Sky Bet Championship. So, arguably, we could have started a much weaker side and potentially come away with a less destructive result for the villains, I guess. But it is what it is. Erling Haaland getting on the score sheet is nice to see. Erling Braut Haaland, you have to pick up your game against the top sides, lad. You're starting, you're netting them in against the weaker sides, but we need you to turn up for the bigger sides, mate. We need you for the bigger sides, but we'll just have to work on it, and hopefully he starts scoring for us. And as you can see, Erling Haaland ends his goal drought and Klossy Haaland on form for Man United. So that's good so far. Good news all around. So hopefully this new tactic holds up for us. We have to make some tweaks as well, just to make sure that we have Haaland, Jota, Greenwood, or Rashford, all our forwards firing on all cylinders. And at the same time, we're gonna have to make sure that we play our midfield accordingly, because I'm only playing this roles because we have Arthur and Barella. If it's Pogba and Florentino Luis, ideally I'm gonna change this to Pogba back to a roaming playmaker, and we're gonna have Luis down as a deep lying playmaker with the defend duty. So we're just gonna have to tweak it as and when we can, and as and when they come. But for the most part, I'm very pleased with this episode, how it's turned out so far. A 2-1 win against Newcastle, a 6-0 win against Aston Villa. So if you guys enjoyed this episode of Man United via Vitæ Æternæ, and you'd like to see more, you know what to do. Leave a like on this video, hit that big red sub button down below as well, so that you don't miss when I upload the next episode here on my channel, and I'll be grateful and appreciative of your support if you do so as well. And with that being said, this is Kevlo signing off, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.